Good morning and or evening. Welcome to what is definitely the beginning of the stream. Yes, exactly. Just like Kuroshi said, the very beginning of the stream, nothing has happened prior to this point. If you're watching it on YouTube, you don't even know what I'm referring to because this is the beginning of the stream. Alright. Brand new file here. I don't even have it zoomed out yet. Let's go. Oh, no, I don't really need a screenshot. Wait, we are zoomed out. Did it actually save my zoom level? Oh, that's the screenshot zoom level. No, of course. I'm just... That's a great start to the run. Don't even know how the UI works. Yeah, what's up, Sleepy? How's it going? Okay. Here's a little something to get you started. Okay, let's get started, just like Lewis said. It's a little bit stressful. The beginning's always like a little bit stressful. Oh, nice. We got mixed seed. So yeah, the two things we're really looking for... Two, I guess. Actually, it's three. I guess there's three things we're looking for today. For anybody who hasn't seen the start of one of my runs before. The very, very start of the run, we are looking for mixed seeds, as many as possible from the stuff. We're looking for forage for money and energy. And we are looking to meet everybody in town so that we can get a little bit of extra money for day 2 from the quest. Those are the goals for today. There are not many goals for today because... Oh, I'm actually breaking too many rocks here. This is a problem. Minor other thing is we need to cut down just enough trees to get to level 1 foraging. That's also important. Relatively straightforward, but important. Other note, we do not want to cut down oak trees because we want to collect as many acorns as possible over the course of the next month. It's very important that we collect many acorns. Because we are going to need many oak trees. There we go. You might notice I didn't cut the stumps. That's because they actually use more energy for less XP. It's more efficient to not cut the stumps today because we have such a limited amount of energy. And away we go. Time to go meet everyone in town. And check for forage. Also, good news, I finished uploading the VODs for the older Perfection Run, which means these VODs will be updated to YouTube as they air. Like, I'll do it first thing after I finish the stream. So you'll be able to, actually, hold on. I should post that for anybody who's interested. This is my VODs channel for YouTube. It will have just the VODs on it. Permanently archived on YouTube so that you can watch them whenever you want. Please subscribe and then, you know, or don't. I mean, it's not going to be the main channel. There's going to be another YouTube channel for edited content. This is just the VOD channel. Because VODs do kind of terribly on YouTube on their own. There's no, like, audience for them, right? So, oh my god, why has it got this stupid... I don't need the tools, just let me zoom in on the fucking thing. Ah! Select. No! Where's just the move? It's gonna... So yeah, welcome to YouTube, where you get to watch me not know how to use this random... Is there just like a grab button? They, like, Windows updated my Paint app, and I don't even know. How do I scroll? Great. Okay, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Let's pan around this manually. Is there anything down here? Down here? Down here? Nothing. We got one dandelion down there, one horseradish. That's not bad. That's something. That's not nothing. And then we actually got a pretty decent spring onion patch there, so that's nice. Anyways. Cool. No, I would not like to save that. Well, like, before you used to be able to use the little, like, hand, right? And just, like, pan around. I don't know how this works. It's okay. It's fine. It's no big deal. Okay. Oh, wow. A gold one. With only level 1 foraging, I got a gold dandelion. That's actually extra money. That's, like, legitimately useful here. Oh, carrots. Carrots are good energy. We will plant those right away. Get the spring onions. Spring onions are not for selling. They're worthless money-wise. Oh my god, and an artifact. Okay. You all watched me generate this seed. This seed is just naturally lucky. It is not... yeah. Alright, there's Haley and her camera. We'll see. We're off to a good start. I don't remember. Is Marnie timing on Marnie? No, not yet. She should be on her way back. I just couldn't remember if what time she gets back. But the artifact is huge. The artifact makes the day 2 fishing rod so much easier. Obviously, Sleepy. Perfect timing. Hello, Marnie. It's also not just for that. You need to hit the foraging level day 1 so that you literally can't get tree seeds until you get level 1 foraging. It's like actually a perk of level 1 foraging. So it's really important that we get foraging day 1 just for that. Two artifacts. I don't get double money for that, unfortunately. But yeah, there is a small upside by doing it before you run around and grab the forage, because you might get slightly better forage, right? Like, we get, what, like an extra, like, 25G because we have a gold dandelion here instead of a regular one? It's not a lot, but every little bit counts at this when you're, you know, on this tight of a... I have done this too many times. I, like, actually have day one memorized. It's ridiculous. Except I've forgotten where Penny is. Is she still at home? Yeah, she comes to the bench eventually, but I don't remember what time. Okay, so... Right, we gotta go grab Alex and Gus. Okay, there we go. Alex should be on his way out of his room at 4. Perfect. There's Gus. Now we head up to the mountains via the community center area where we can cut some more weeds. Maybe grab another daffodil if we're lucky. Hey Gandalf, what's up? How you doing? How's things? No more daffodils here. There's Demetrius. Let's take a real quick look for forage over here. Sometimes like a horseradish spawns out there. It's possible. It's not common, but it's possible. And then there's nothing up there because we can't cross. Okay. Let's say hi to Linus. See if he has any tent tips. Linus tent tips. LTT? No. And then Seb doesn't come out of his room till about 7, I think. Do we just wait here for him? I don't want to walk back. We're just going to wait here. We're just going to creepily stand outside Sebastian's door until he comes out. What a coincidence. Alright, 27, 28 people are greeted. That's everybody. The only one left is Willie, who we can't meet till tomorrow. Wizard doesn't count. We'll check the backwoods on the way for forage. Perfect. We got a leek. That is awesome. Any forage is good because we're just selling it all. That's the secret. We'll meet the wizard after we open the community center, and then we go drink his forest brew and trip balls and sea trees and, you know, that whole thing. So like, the only thing left to do here is keep hacking away for as many mixed seeds as possible. Geez, 9 mixed seeds. That's actually a lot of mixed seeds. That's pretty good. I'm gonna go plant those. Okay, so first things first here. What do we got? We got 11 mixed seeds? Oh, shit. Look at us go. This is one of the seediest runs I've ever had. Let's sell all the forage. We're gonna grab this and grab our tools back. Can I find one more? Like, 11 is an odd number. I don't like 11. I want 12. I want 12 mixed seeds. That's a much better number, you know? 3 by 4, you know, just overall, just a better number. Nobody likes 11, right? Like, it's kind of just shit as far as numbers go. Like, 11, it's prime. It doesn't, like, it just, no. It's an unpleasant number. I don't know. I'm an 11 hater. Okay, that's 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, we're gonna plant those carrots as well. All right, so we got 1, 2. Perfect. We got some cauliflowers, like 4 cauliflowers, 2 potatoes. That's pretty good. We'll plant my carrots as well. And I guess since I have the spring onions here. Oh, actually, I need to ship one because I may forget to ever go pick spring onions again. So for shipping sake, I always gotta ship one of the spring onions. And there we go. We have enough for our chest, which we'll need for fishing tomorrow. Throw that and that and that. And the only things we're bringing with us, we need the watering can. And we need a rock to give to Willie as a present. And otherwise, we're actually just done. So I could go like chop some more. Like if I wanted to optimize the rest of the day, the only thing I can do is spend another like 2.5 hours like scything weeds to find seeds. But we've already got all the seeds we need, and it's boring. So I'm gonna go to bed and expedite the whole thing. See, trees sometimes drop seeds. You actually can't get tree seeds until, there you go, 200. So wait, dandelion, so 20. So yeah, so the dandelion is 40, and we got an extra 20 because it was gold. The only thing about planting such a large patch of stuff here is like it's like double the watering for the first few days. I'm actually losing some time here to this. And away we go. Off to the beach to find Willie and our fishing rod. Remember to read the mail. If you don't read the letter from Willie, he won't give you the fishing rod. It's a weird little, No. Although, I'll still need a little bit. Like, I can probably go lower. Yeah, I can definitely go lower on the 16 kale, right? The hand-watered kale. Definitely, probably like 12 or 10 or something. I don't know. Kale is worth a surprising amount of XP, that's the thing. There we go. Now, let's see. Do I remember how to fish? Can we do this? Will we get a bubble and get phenomenally lucky? That's the other question. I don't do that much watering. I don't know if you were here for the start of my run, Kuroshi, but my entire route is based on minimizing watering. So this is going to be like the only watering for the most part. We're going to do a little bit of kale after this, and that will be it. That will be all I water manually for like the entire game. I'm not sure how long you've been watching, so I don't know if you saw the... Yeah, the actual goal is to minimize watering. Watering is the biggest waste of time in the game. You do not want to be watering if you can help it. What's up, Misha? Yeah, because my last seed was no good. I confirmed that this seed is good. It's a good seed. It's just that there's one very RNG thing for this speedrun, and I mean it's not a speedrun, challenge run. There's one very RNG factor for this challenge, and I need to verify that that is achievable before before wasting my time on it. And last time I thought I had, but I fucked up. Come on. Bite. Bite. I'm one with the fish. It's so hard to perfect catch on level 1. Oh my god, okay, okay. There's a chest. That's good. Chest is good. Chest is almost as good as a perfect catch, and much easier. Ooh, coal is nice. See, that should have been a perfect, but I was sloppy. Well, we're definitely going to get the money. The question just becomes about, like, the... Fuck! That was close. That was so close. Stupid sardine. The question becomes about the fishing level now. Can we get level 2 by 5 p.m.? I'm feeling good about it, but you know, it's not guaranteed. Things could still go poorly. Fuck. Keep dropping these perfects though. That's not good. We've got one perfect and one chest so far. That's not good enough. I need to be better. There we go. Hello, Killer7. What's up? How's it going? Welcome to the stream. D&D writing. Cool. That you writing like a campaign, or just writing about a campaign, or like what sort of writing? It is, right? The bite rate is so low, it's terrible. That's the biggest problem with it. Yeah. Cool. That's why our goal is to get the rod, right? Because it doubles our fishing rate going forward. And so we make so much more money if we get the rod today and level up our fishing faster, just in general, right? It's just win-win. Ooh, I think this might be a flounder. Either that or it's like the world's most aggressive sardine. A sardine attempting to rise above their station. Nope. It was a flounder. Yeah, the one true sardine. The chosen one. He will bring balance to the tin. Morning, Ride or Die. How's it going? Alright, well, we're set on money. Those 2 flounders alone push us over the edge. So now we're just fishing for bait money and XP. XP is the big one. Bite me, please. Okay, that's a stick. That's not what I wanted. Oh, we have fishing level 2. Never mind. I'm so good at this game. Jinx Girly, how's it going? Like, it's literally impossible for me to fail at this game. That's how good I am at it. Nice. That's a good way to approach it, especially if it's your first time through Killer. Do not rush it. Do not get stressed. You know, don't anything like that. There's no timelines. One of the things that makes Stardew so good and so popular is you can't fail. You can take your time. You can play at your own pace. Trying to keep yourself awake at work. I know the feeling. See, I've taken the time, so now I get a thrill out of, like, denying myself any time whatsoever and trying to run around like a crazy person and get things done. But I don't, like, recommend that to people. I wonder if I can get one more fish. Goodbye forever, bamboo pole. Nope. Denied a fish because I caught a stick instead. It feels kind of bad, actually. Like, I wish Willy... I've said this before. I say this every time. But I wish that Willy would buy your old rods off of you for, like, a small amount. The way that, like, Marlin buys weapons, you know? It feels bad to throw them out. Kind of anticlimactic, you know? This rod was good. I used this rod. Me and that rod were close. We spent an entire 7 hours fishing together, you know? I mean, not even an entire day. I threw it out halfway through the day. Wonder how Willy feels, eh? It's like, oh, I'd like to see you, you know, continue the fishing trend. Here's my old pole. You can use it. Like, literally, like, 7 hours later, I'm in his shop and being like, that pole is shit. Can you sell me that one? I've considered it, but I'm not convinced that, like, you lose like an hour and a half of fishing and you miss out on most of the largemouth bass. So I don't think it's actually better. Right? You did not do perfection in Winter Year 1. That's bullshit. That's literally impossible. Like, literally impossible. So I don't know if you're just making shit up or what you're, or if I'm misunderstanding you. If I'm misunderstanding you, I apologize, but... I think it's at least a C+, Cromer. So, do you just mean, like, Killer? Sorry, that was a little aggressive. Do you just mean, like, the community center in, like, Winter Year 1? Because that's definitely possible, if that's what you mean. Like I said, I apologize for the aggressiveness. I'm used to people online just, like, claiming things, so I immediately react that way. But, like I said, I very well could just be a misunderstanding. Yeah, they can and they do, but I don't. Okay, that is very achievable, and again, sorry for the aggression. But like literally year 1 perfection, even mine. Like I said, I'm trying to do 1 year perfection, but it's actually 1 year and 1 week because 1 year is like an actual 1 year is impossible. So I just like the clickbait title. You know, it sounds better. But there, congrats on 2-year perfection is challenging. So that's actually quite an accomplishment. Most people do not or cannot do that. So that's okay. I'm gonna eat something here. Let's eat herring. And I saved 5 seaweed. Okay, good. Seaweed should actually be like the first thing you eat because it's worth so little gold. Like even though it's worth low energy, it's worth even less gold. So it's like your best value to eat down here. But I always save 5 because I really want to make that legend pond. So, but yeah, I started with like year 2 perfection. That was my first challenge that I did. Was like, and then I moved it up. I did perfection by fall year 2, perfection by summer year 2, and then I just last month in January, I finished perfection by the end of spring year 2. So 5 season perfection, which was quite challenging. So I decided the only sane thing to do after that would be to try to do it even faster and finish it by the first week of spring year 2, like literally like the fastest possible. And we'll see. I'm not confident about it, but it's, you know, it's gonna be fun to try. Oh shit, Bubbles. Let's fucking go. Bubbles for the end of the night. Doesn't it? Yeah, like, exactly. How could it sound anything but sane, you know? Okay, we're gonna get this. Maybe we get ore? Maybe we get ore? No? Remember, if we don't find a copper ore today or tomorrow, we have to buy one. No, because there's hard limits. So there are things that are simply unachievable in year 1, no matter how much money you make, right? So it's impossible to get all the cooking recipes year 1. Well, actually, it's not. It's not anymore. You're right. Yeah, it is. No, it is. It's impossible to get all the cooking recipes year 1. I'm confusing myself here. They changed it. You can get the Queen of Sauce recipes year 1, but you can't get Friendship with Kent year 1. And you can't get Kent's cooking recipes year 1. And the other thing you can't do is you cannot complete the craft mastery, like complete craft all items year 1, because you need to complete 9 special orders quests. From the board, and since that doesn't appear until fall, the earliest you could possibly complete 9 special orders quests is the first week of year 2. Habu and I think at least one other person has done a 1-year perfection, but they did it by starting in year 2, which makes a few things like the special orders quests and Kent way easier, right? It makes a few other things harder because you have to you can't buy resources, for example. But I wanted to do it in year 1 as quickly as possible for my variation, you know. The technical hard limit would be spring 3rd, but that's actually insane and not very doable even if you were good enough. What we're aiming for is spring 7th because that allows us to have access to Kent's birthday, which makes friending Kent, you know, achievable, and we don't have to farm like 10 star drop teas to do it. We only need 2 star drop teas because we're waiting till his birthday. Oh man. Getting these bubbles was such a great end to the day. I don't have enough bait, though. I feel like I might have to detour tomorrow for, And we will be doing the Judger out, because doing it in, even 1 year, 1 week is still going to be, like, we need to get on the island as early as possible, right? That's the main thing. Jojo allows access to the island in, like, summer. Which is necessary. So... I did the end of spring year 2 doing the full community center, though. So, I've got that, you know, on my resume. Yeah, Kent is a hard limit. As well as the special orders boards. In fact, the special orders boards are harder than Kent. And I had to find a seed that would allow it. So, while the run itself is not seeded, I don't know anything about the seed other than the fact that... I confirmed that the Special Orders Board will allow us to do what we need. That's it. So that's not hidden. I had to verify that it was a... Because the odds of, even with 9 weeks to get the 9 quests, the odds of them all coming up in sequence are actually pretty low. Right? So... Fuck, I'm missing, like, I mean, the bubbles is great. We're getting a lot of extra catches because of the bubbles. But, that being said, I am missing a lot of perfect catches here. Come on, copper ore, copper ore, copper ore. Let's go, copper ore. That's an aquamarine. That's not copper ore. That's not copper ore at all. We got one more day of fishing, like, before we actually need the copper ore, because we need it... Like, he can give it to us on the 5th, right? Like, that's the thing, it's fine. Because we're not mining before the 5th, so... That changed as of 1.6, Becky. That used to be the case. That was 100% true until 1.6. 1.6 added an item you can buy from the bookseller called the Queen of Sauce Cookbook. Okay? It becomes available at the bookseller once you've found 100 golden walnuts. And buying it from her, reading it, teaches you all of the Queen of Sauce recipes. So you no longer have to wait until like the end of this, winter year 2 to get that shrimp cocktail recipe on the final show. So the last recipe now is usually Kent's. Kent has 2 recipes for friendship, like most characters. No! The trigger for the other books at the bookseller is the beginning of year 3. But the Queen of Sauce cookbook is triggered by collecting 100 golden walnuts on the island. So you can actually get it year 1 even if you do the island fast enough. Year 3 is when he starts selling like the other assorted like random books that you might not have found. So yeah, I just did spring year 2 perfection. So like end of spring year 2. So I can confirm 100% that this is doable. All right, let's see how much fishing we got. We definitely got level 3. Did we get level 4? I wasn't paying enough attention. Okay, so level 1 fishing, level 2 fishing, level 3 fishing, level 4! Let's go. I'm so good at this game. All right. That was a good first day of fishing. Okay. There you go, Becky. Happy to help. So yeah, so I think just for the sake of routing, I think we need to buy the copper ore today, and we don't have enough bait anyways. So because I only have 35 bait, that's not enough. So we're gonna stash everything. I'm gonna keep these with me. I need another chest though, so we gotta chop down a few trees to start. Ha ha ha! Karoshi. Good one. Alright, I went the wrong way, though. I should have been, I should have gone through the forest, I think, and then fished outside Leah's house, but we're going to fish here because we can. Shit. I was not ready for it. It was a catfish. This is already, like, I should almost restart because this is so bad for my efficiency. Like, missing fish on today is so critically terrible for us. But we'll keep going and see how bad it goes. Okay, that's pretty good. That's better than a catfish. It does feel weird, and the move speed, too. Like, I have to play the game without any speed buffs in the beginning. That feels terrible, too. I needed that catfish, though, because I didn't bring any fish to, like, sell, so, like... This is bad. That's 0-2 for catfish, which is just terrible. I'm fishing like a scrub here. Yeah, we're gonna restart, I think. I mean, that diamond, okay, the diamond's worth like 3 catfish, so we might not because that's actually like pretty good. Actually, the diamond's worth more than 3 catfish, I think. Like, it's bad for my fishing skill, but it's actually, like, really good money. Okay, I'm clearly just not able to fish today. Like, you've seen me, some of you have seen me do this before. I can usually catch these at level 4, no issues, but... Like, I'll miss a couple, but not all of them. Okay. This might be a problem. If I can't do this tonight, then I might not be able to do this, because normally I can do this, and, like, I kind of need to be able to do this for the challenge. It's kind of important. There we go, 6th time's the charm. Except that's silver, which means we're too far over. Should I be standing next to the bush? I don't remember. Yeah. So wait, what about here? Does here naturally get it? I don't remember. We're doing okay, although I was missing a lot of catfish, but I seem to have picked it up. Although I'm only getting silver ones. I should have been fishing over here. Okay, we are going to reset the day, just because I'm fishing in the wrong spot. And, and just generally making mistakes. Smallmouth bass and chubs are identical, though, so it doesn't make any difference for that. The forest has chubs, smallmouth. The river has smallmouth bass, and they are literally the same fish. They have the same price, the same energy, the same everything. It's just about where you can get a level 5 fishing spot. That's the part that matters. And I thought you could get it in the river. Like, I thought I had done it in the river before, but it looks like I can't here right now. Oh, yeah, no, I always do it in fall. So the earliest possible day is like... Blade is currently working on a seeded run where he completes the community center before the Egg Festival. But as far as like normal play goes, you can consistently get it about fall 10th. That's relatively easy. That has only one RNG element. The issue is that the answer to that question depends on a bunch of random factors. Things like the traveling cart can actually completely change the outcome, right? So, yeah, you can do it fall 10th with the only RNG element being the Nautilus shell. If you get a Nautilus shell from the cart, you can do it very early into fall without too much trouble. Because you can actually force it. So you can get, like, or like maybe fall 14th or so. You need no other RNG for that, for like fall 14, 15. I said 10th, but 10th requires a little bit of RNG for like getting a pumpkin off the cart, usually. Hold on, I need to focus on this fish. I'll explain in a second. Okay. Winter first with no random sources of stuff. That's the reason why people say winter first. Because if you're naturally finding all of the items required for it, you cannot do it before winter. Right? But if you're accounting for the traveling cart, you can do it progressively faster depending on what you find. Easily do it halfway through. Summer requires you to find all of the fall crops off the traveling cart, which is possible, but extremely unlikely. That's the issue. Right? Because you can get a yam from the mines, and you can get corn in summer. But you need to get a pumpkin and an eggplant off of the cart in order to do summer. As well as fall foraging. Sorry, yeah. Foraging and crops. It's very unlikely. Early fall is much easier because you just need the Nautilus shell. And then if you get a pumpkin, you can do it even earlier fall, like fall 10th. If you get a pumpkin and an eggplant, you can do it by like something like fall 7th or something. Basically, you finish the greenhouse very quickly, and then you craft winter seeds by putting... you can put the winter roots from the mine into a seed maker to create winter seeds. Once you have the greenhouse completed, you can... speed grow the winter seeds in the greenhouse to complete the winter foraging, right? So Fall 14-15 is the most consistent, but it still requires the Nautilus shell, either from the cart or you can get it from Demetrius in the mail if you're friends with him. He will send you a Nautilus shell as a "hey, we're pals" gift. There, I just need a little bit of practice with the catfish, right? I got this get down now. Look at this shit. Those catfish don't stand a chance. Oh yeah, Beach Farm changes things as well, of course, because there's a lot of stuff that can be found on the Beach Farm. Nautilus shell can be found on there, and I'm not sure if you can get, like, I think you can get seeds out of some of the care packages, but I'm not sure which ones. But yeah, the Nautilus shell just shows up on the Beach Farm any time of year, so that's another source for the Nautilus shell. Okay, so now I need to... 100 bait's about 500, right? I need enough bait for today and tomorrow. That's all I need, because of the bait maker. Alright, Anda. Yeah, the Beach Farm is on my to-do list for, like, a challenge, but I need to figure out how to best accommodate it. Because I want to get, like, the golden watering can upgrade as soon as possible, but I think I still have to wait until, like, after I get the bus and stuff. Like, I haven't figured out the exact, like, route for the Beach Farm yet. So 425, 725, that buys me like 150 bait. I also need... Okay. So, because I didn't get lucky and find a copper ore, this is the first run in a while where I haven't found a copper ore. Plus, I didn't quite get enough bait yesterday, so we're going to have to take a small detour here. Which is going to cost us an hour or two of catfish farming, but it's necessary. Because we got to go down to Willie, we got to sell him some fish. We have to buy enough bait for today, tomorrow, right? You know what else we should do while we're here? Hold on. Because this would just put my mind at ease. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This did not put my mind at ease. I'm not easing. Okay. I do. It's not... I'm just saying if it had already spawned, I would have felt a whole lot better about the situation. Yeah, that should be enough, right? Yeah, that gives me 170 for today and tomorrow. That should be plenty. Okay. Okay, so the other thing we got to do here is we buy 1 copper ore from Clint because this triggers Clint's "oh, you found ore" cutscene, and he will give us the furnace recipe without having to wait until we find it in the mine. Normally, I find one fishing, but I've been unlucky this run with that and have not found one. So, oh well. Okay. And back to the catfish. Yeah, there's definitely a chance that we just get one, but I couldn't risk it, right? We had to... Clint closes at 4. We need to grab it. You know. Hey, thanks for the follow there, Killer7. Alright, thanks for stopping by. Good luck with the writing. Ah, fuck, it escaped right at the end. Oh my god, they keep escaping right at the end. We're not going to get level 6 fishing this way. We don't need level 6 fishing. Like, we're pretty much guaranteed to get level 5 fishing. It's possible that if today is, like, a really good day, if I do really well with the catfish and stuff, that we can get level 6. I've done level 6 on today before. But it's not important. As long as we get level 5, which is practically guaranteed, we're fine. There we go. We're 4 for 4 on catfish this time, which is much less embarrassing. Even if the diamond was kind of worth more money, this is less embarrassing, so. Yeah, there's the level 5 fishing. I think it's 3:40 p.m. I think we're probably not going to get level 6, but like I said, we can always hope. Maybe we'll get a lot of perfects, maybe we'll get a lot of catfish, maybe we get a lot of chests, you know? It's always a possibility. But my gut says we're unlikely to get... unlikely to get level 6. This is a mean catfish. Shit. And here I hadn't missed one yet. I'm like 6 in and I hadn't missed one yet. Gold ore. Now that's actually incredibly valuable. We get, that's like 1200 G right there, just saved, because we're going to be buying some gold ore, so... Can I answer? It's not a question, it's just clickbait, but... hate when I do that. Well, actually, there's 3 things, but I assume you're referring to Kent. Trust me, I'm very well aware of what's involved. In addition to Kent, it's impossible to get all of the recipes, the crafting recipes year 1. And because of Kent, it's impossible to get all of the cooking recipes year 1. So it's actually not just Kent. You can't finish Friendship year 1, you can't finish cooking, and you can't finish crafting. And unless you're lucky, you can't actually finish shipping. Because without getting like a garlic or something, like off of like the traveling cart, you can't get garlic till year 2 as well. Which also prevents cooking, etc. So the title is clickbait in the sense that I know it's impossible in year 1, but what I'm trying to do is complete it within 1 year and 1 week, which is like the fastest possible. The goal is spring 7th. But the title sounds a lot better when I say 1 year than 1 year, 1 week, you know? Oh, nice. Extra bait. Can't say no to extra bait. Why was that catfish only silver? What did I do? What did I do? Why a silver catfish? What the hell? I've been casting in the same spot all day. All the other catfish are gold. I don't understand. It's not like I've moved. I haven't moved in hours. I'm literally standing still. The other fish are all gold. All the other catfish are gold. But no, that catfish is fucking silver. It's like a fuck you in particular type of scenario. Oh no! I accidentally caught the fish and didn't get the chest. That's catastrophic. Okay, come on. Come on. It's a few more catfish. We only got an hour left for catfish. Come on. Let's get a catfish. Maybe 2, maybe 3. That's not catfish. God damn it. Final catfish. Come on. Let's end this. Let's cap this off with one more gold catfish. Let's go. Oh my god. So 6, 7, plus the 2, only 9? I think I got, like, 14-ish last time. That's kind of a bad, like, run for catfish, honestly. That's a little disappointing, but we'll take it, because, like, what else are we going to do? Oh, don't even start Kuroshi. No. This is a millennial stream. The only funny number around here is 69, like God intended. I need an eating fish here. I don't think I want to go all the way on an iridium one, though. That's true, actually. 68 is kind of like... Both of its neighbors are, like, celebrities, and it's just there. Nobody even remembers it exists. Okay, we need the most valuable stuff for the selling. I shouldn't have brought... The deluxe bait can probably wait. Gold ore should come up because I'm going to need that before I come back down here. This is what it is. It's about which stuff do I need before I come back down here. Like the chubs. Maybe I'll leave that catfish and I bring the chubs because I need them, right? Alright, let's go take a nap in Leah's bushes. Perfect. Not creepy at all. Alright, Fisher. Oh, shit, we did get level 6 fishing. I'm so fucking good at this game. I've been getting, like, remarkably consistent at this. Alright, that's the, It cannot rain tomorrow. So, starting tomorrow, we need to start checking the weather. Okay, the carrots are carroted. We'll ship one of those just to make sure. I really ought to break up those rocks and this stump, but what can you do? need another chest, you know. Okay, wood goes in, tools go in, gold ore goes in for today, fish go in, and 1 carrot goes in. The other carrot will come with me as we head to the mountains for even more fishing. This is the best part of, like, starting a new Stardew file, is that you spend 3 hours fishing at the beginning of every new Stardew file. Like, just 3 hours straight of, like, nothing but fishing. Hey, it's Maru. Hello, Maru. Oh, look at all these daffodils. Let's go. And a leek. Let's go again. We can give that to George. George likes leeks. Alright, I hope you're ready for me standing in one spot fishing again. Oh shoot, sorry. Stroll into the... Yeah. Strolling to the lake and taking a leak, yeah. Hello, Lamp. Is there a reason you're repeating yourself here? Gotta get those chests. The ore in particular. Plus, there's always the rare chance of, like, a ring or a weapon, which is pretty sweet. But, like, the ore is such a money saver. Oh, rude. Fucking rude. So today we actually have to... today's going to be the first day since we started where we don't pass out. Because I gotta get home, I gotta sell the fish. Because tomorrow we're going to buy some ores, and so we want to have, like, as much money as possible for ores and seeds and such. So, there's a Bubbles up there, but it's pretty far away. I had to do a double take for a second. I was like, holy shit, sword! And then I was like, oh, no, not sword. Sad. Yeah, I mean, I won't complain about a fish fork either. The Neptune's Glaive is amazing. I haven't found the Neptune's Glaive in a number of runs yet, so I feel like I'm due. That's how probability works, right? Like, every time you don't find something, your odds of finding it go up. That's just basic math. So, having not found it for about, like, 5 or 6 runs, I feel like I should have a pretty good chance of finding it this time. Like, I'm owed a Neptune's Glaive. But, you know, I've found the Broken Trident a number of times recently, actually, which is still good. The Broken Trident, while I don't like the attack range of knives, the Trident is so powerful that it still makes the whole mine situation way easier. Yeah, exactly. Right? Yeah. I'm owed a win, right? That's how it works. It's like, if I flip a coin 10 times and it lands tails every time, the next one is bound to be a heads, because the odds of it landing on tails 11 times in a row are astronomically low. It's just math. Yeah, the Rusty Sword is worthless, and it makes the whole experience so negative. Okay, so now we're at the part of the stream where I try and fail to get people to talk about anime. So how's everybody's anime doing this season, eh? Anybody watching anything? Besides Frieren, which you're obviously watching. Everyone's watching Frieren. Yeah, it's definitely the big one. Although it's disappointing the season's only 10 episodes after the big season one, but you like it? Nice. I never played it. It didn't quite look like my thing, because it's definitely got a little bit more of like a corridor boss rush look to it than like a, say, like a Souls-like, which is something I tend to like. But I'm glad you're enjoying it. I have a friend who played through it and liked the game, so. I know it got a little bit of hype when it was new, and then it kind of like fell off pretty fast. No, I'm enjoying a number of anime this season, as I've mentioned, but Frieren's obviously great, but I think you and I are polar opposites. Is the surprise like best show of the season? I was completely unfamiliar with the source material going in, and it's just been fantastic. Such a funny show. Oh no! Aww. Damn it. It's a pretty stacked season, though. There's good stuff for everybody. It doesn't matter what you're into. Like, if you're a shoujo enjoyer or, like, high school rom-com, fantasy action, whatever free run is. You know? Lots of good stuff. I'm really annoyed that this new whatever FromSoft game, Duskbloods or something like that, like, they're making a Switch exclusive, which is bullshit. Games shouldn't be Switch exclusive. At least games that don't feature Mario, you know? Like, come on. Some of us are adults with PCs. Like, just let us play your games, please. That's the thing, the Switch 2 is so much money. Like, it's clearly some sort of contractual thing, right? Because there's no benefit to them making it a Switch exclusive, like... Holy shit! See, math! Fucking math. You know? It was due. We were due a Neptune's Glaive. That's a hell of a chest too, by the way, eh? Like, Neptune's Glaive, Diamond, and Jewels of the Sea in the same chest. Fantastic chest. Top tier chest, like, yeah. Maybe one of the best chests I've ever found. I need to cut that. I need to, like, splice that together, like, into, like, a short. Like, me, like, talking about the math and then finding the sword, like... it's perfect. Wait, am I allowed to swear on YouTube Shorts? I don't know how this works. What are the... did I ruin the short by saying holy shit when I opened the chest? There we go. Level 7 fishing by 6 p.m. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. You know, I should have chopped more wood today because I need another chest for the mine tomorrow, which is gonna, like... I wonder if I can leave early enough to cut down, like, 2 trees. I leave like an hour early tonight. Cut down 2 trees. Hey, it's Sebastian. What's up, Sebastian? How you doing? How's things? How's your folks? Does your stepdad still secretly resent your existence? You're right, Sleepy. It's not that secret. Oh, sorry, Ride. I didn't see your message about your childhood GameCube. I loved the GameCube. My childhood treasure would be my N64, which I still have, but you know, and like all like 5 good games that released on the Nintendo 64, but it was still brilliant at the time. Like, that's an exaggeration. There's probably like 12 good games on the N64. The Sega Saturn had like way more games than the N64, but nobody remembers them because a lot of them didn't release in English. It's kind of a weird situation. And because the console didn't sell that well. So the thing about the N64 is while it only had like a dozen good games, those dozen games were like all-time greats. And that's why it gets remembered so fondly, even though it had such a shortage of like actual titles. Because like the good games it did have are all legendary. GameCube had the best, which, other than, like, Smash Bros. Melee, which has obviously, like, stood the test of time. So, Wind Waker is an interesting game, because Wind Waker is a great game that is severely held back by how tedious the travel mechanics are. Like, Wind Waker is a fantastic, top-tier Zelda, maybe one of the best Zeldas, if it wasn't for the fucking sailing. The sailing takes so long and wastes so much of your time. Ocarina of Time is a brilliant game. It's somehow... like, yeah, but that doesn't count as a GameCube game. I'm sorry. You don't get to count that towards the GameCube. It is cool that you had access to it on the GameCube, and the Master Quest is a cool upgrade. But it doesn't count as a GameCube title. I'm sorry. I refuse. This is my channel. I make the rules. That doesn't count. Ocarina of Time is weird because it's like... Majora's Mask is, like, the better Zelda game in almost every way, and somehow Ocarina of Time is, like, still more fun. I don't know. I agree. It's, like, mechanically better. A lot of the designs in the game are better. Like, most of the parts of Majora's Mask are better than Ocarina of Time in, like, objective ways. And yet Ocarina of Time is just the better game. Despite not being the better game. Like, it's, like, simultaneously... Both! I get to take my pick! I get both weapons. And another 5 gold ore, which is kind of incredible. But, both weapons is wild. It's too bad, because Twilight Princess is actually better as a GameCube game, unfortunately. The motion controls on the Wii were like so bad that the GameCube port of Twilight Princess is by far the better game. It's much more enjoyable on the GameCube. But like what good games were on the N64? N64 had like I said, about a dozen or so absolutely legendary games, right? You got like Mario 64, Mario Kart 64, Zelda, both Ocarina and Majora's Mask, both fantastic. Nice, nice. So I know people love Breath of the Wild. This is going to be a little bit controversial here. I know people love Breath of the Wild, okay? And that's okay. You're allowed to love Breath of the Wild. I can't. I hate the game. I hate so many things about the game. It is completely frustrating, boring, and unenjoyable to me. So this is, like I said, I don't expect everyone to agree with me, even though I'm obviously right. But, oh yeah, Resident Evil 2, yeah. Okay, but Tears of the Kingdom was even worse. Tears of the Kingdom was like... No. Tears of the Kingdom was like, what if we took Breath of the Wild and added nothing except for, like, this specific mechanic that invalidates a lot of the game? Nah. I mean, the thing is, okay... Have you ever seen people Okay, I'm going to pause and rant for a second here. I'm going to pause and rant for a second here. Have you ever seen people post footage of the actual gameplay of Tears of the Kingdom? No. Nobody has posted bosses, cutscenes, dialogue, anything. There is nothing in Tears of the Kingdom that is memorable except for the building system. Every fucking comment, every social media post, the thing that everybody likes about Tears of the Kingdom, the only thing anybody talks about in Tears of the Kingdom is the building. The entire game revolves around the building gimmick, and it's like the only memorable thing about it. I'm sorry. Like, it's just... Anyways, again, I don't want to, like... I'm not shitting on anybody for liking it. You can like whatever you want. I love some bad games. There's some bad games that are really appealing, like, you know, really important to me. Some N64 games that I have, like, a huge... Yeah, like, the one thing I think we can all agree on, though, is that Breath of the Wild changed what Zelda is, and if you're a big fan of what Zelda used to be, you might be disappointed by Breath of the Wild, right? Because, like... The elaborate dungeons and stuff like that, that's really what, like, Zelda was about for me. I enjoyed unlocking progress by finding new items and things like that, and, like, the open world nature of Breath of the Wild really took most of that away, right? Because that's just... So, good or bad, it is a very different experience than classic Zelda, and I think we can all agree on that. Even if you love the new experience... Hopefully we can all agree that it is a very different experience than classic Zelda. Okay, I think that's the important stuff, because we're going to run home so that I can hopefully bash a couple trees before we go to bed. I mean, it's very obvious at this point that, like, given the success of Breath and Tears, that's the direction Zelda's probably going to continue in. Which also, just mildly disappointingly, because I did like the older games, means that they are not for me, right? And that's just something, that's just the way it is. And that's fine. Not every game needs to be for me. Oh, fuck. Fuck. I can't even reset the day because we got, like, the glaive and shit, so there's, like, no fixing this. Oh my god. What a colossal punt. I mean, I would be... Yeah, Echoes of Wisdom actually is sweet, but, That would honestly be great, although that seems complicated to do because those weren't developed by Nintendo. I would love to see that. Like, I would personally love to see that. Oracle of Ages in particular was amazing, but they were both good. Absolutely, yep, 100%. Oh, what did we hit here? I don't know. Wasn't paying attention. All right, what did we sell? We sold good chunk of change there. Yeah, they were, like I said, I think Ages, like if you're comparing them to each other, Oracle of Ages was easily the standout. But they were both good. Here's my cat. Good old Cupie. Haunted Chocolatier is going to be phenomenal. I cannot wait. I am so pumped for Haunted Chocolatier. I will adopt this cat. Shoot. I need, like, just a little bit more wood. I need to bring what little stone I have. We're gonna deposit that, deposit that. We need a water real quick. So, here's the thing. The game is going to be great. I have 100% faith in Eric that the game is going to be fantastic. That being said, yeah, February 26th, ride. A bunch of people are going to be heavily disappointed by Haunted Chocolatier. I guarantee it. You've heard it here first. Maybe not first. But not because the game is going to be bad. But because the game is not going to be Stardew 2. He's already talked a little bit about the game, you know, here and there, and we know that he's going for a different vibe. He's not trying to make Stardew 2. And I think that a huge portion of the community is expecting Stardew 2. Things that we know about the game, he stated, like, for example, we know it's a much more action-oriented game. It is... I don't need a pickaxe, Sleepy. What are you talking about? Who needs a pickaxe? It's not like we're going mining. So we know for a fact that, Haunted Chocolatier is a much more action-oriented adventure game, just based on things Eric has said, which is going to disappoint the extreme cozy end of the Stardew fandom, right? Like, he's literally on record saying that if you enjoy the Skull Cavern part of Stardew Valley, you will enjoy Haunted Chocolatier, which there's definitely a part of the Stardew fandom that hates the Skull Cavern part of Stardew. We also know from a few previews that he's shown that there are bosses in Haunted Chocolatier, for example, which is something that Stardew doesn't have either. And again, something that is not going to appeal to the cozy faction. So I think that there is definitely, like, a group of people who love Stardew who are not going to... Yeah, we're gonna have to probably reset today because I forgot all my food as well. Oh no, I love... Like, all of that sounds like an amazing game to me. The idea of, like, like a social sim where you also like have to do like action adventure gameplay with bosses. That sounds incredible. I am so stoked for this game. But but you know that Stardew appeals to a huge spectrum, and there's people on the extreme cozy end who just really who take 6 years to complete everything and just build up their farm and decorate and use mods to avoid fishing and combat and that sort of thing. And those people are going to be disappointed by it, I think, right? Because it is definitely not for them. That's not what he's catering to. So if you're not into those parts of Stardew, I would prepare yourself, you know? Because we know... Well, no, I mean, we got the impression that there's still going to be social mechanics and building and stuff like that. It's just going to be less cozy, do you know what I mean? Not that it's going to be none, but like Stardew already is less cozy. Stardew was never intended to be a cozy game. It can be played like a cozy game, but, you know, it was intended to be like a Harvest Moon follow-up, right? He doesn't owe anybody Stardew 2. No. Absolutely not. So. And I think most people are just going to be chill about it. But, you know, it's the internet. Somebody is going to complain. But that's not real life. Okay, so we got food, we got the pickaxe. We're actually set this time. I should bring the gold just so it's there. It's very possible he will, actually, because, like... Right? Because he has help with Stardew now. He's still doing Chocolatier on his own. It's a solo project. He doesn't want anybody else, like, touching it because he wants it to be, like, his vision. But now that Stardew is finished and he's just, you know, updating it, he actually has a small team helping with Stardew updates. And he's just, like, overseeing it. Not by himself. Like, we don't know how much he did. We know he had help with 1.6. We don't know how much of he did or didn't do. But, yeah. He hasn't done an update by himself since 1.5. At minimum, he had help from Flash Shifter on 1.6. He's confirmed that. Like, one of the members of the team, and who helped with 1.6 was, his real name's like Devin or something, but he goes by Flash Shifter. He's actually the developer of the Stardew Expanded mod. Yeah. February 26th is the official 10-year anniversary of the game, so that's why. But, yeah, Flash Shifter developed Stardew Expanded. Yeah, I think it's more like he's just approves the ideas and then they do the implementing, right? That's the impression I got. This is kind of their system. Like, he has final say on what goes in the game, but he's not making any of it. We might need a couple tries at today anyways, because the thing I attempt on the 5th is always so tight. It's actually much tighter than, like, the fishing goals. So, like... sometimes it takes more than one try. The only thing we know he's revealing on the 26th is he promised to tell us who the new marriage candidates are on the 26th, so... George, you know what? I'm each to their own, but I wouldn't hold my breath. That seems unlikely. Also, George is married. Okay, I suspect we will not get any of the married characters, no matter how much you may want them. I play with controller too, by the way, Becky. So it's definitely doable on controller, but you know, it takes it takes practice, just like anything. It is funny if you watch the Bobby Lee interview he did. He talked about how he would love to be able to add the ability to be a homewrecker, but that it was like, hey, later, Kate. I do not use the slingshot. No, that is very hard to do on the controller. I use bombs and swords because again, it's much more functional on the controller. But I'm quite good with bombs and swords. Alright, we do not have enough copper ore here. We may have to reset. But yeah, stick around, watch the run. This entire run will be done on controller. It's a lime green Xbox Core controller. Wait, what? Terrible. What a terrible run. Like, I don't think there's any way we get this in time. Like, it's already, like, 12:30. We don't even have the 25 copper yet. Oh, maybe. Okay. If this gives me 2, we have a chance. Sweet. Okay, we gotta get back up. So it's actually like kind of like a health thing. My shoulders get really sore if I play like action games with mouse and keyboard for more than like an hour or two. So like I can do it for like you said, like an hour or two. I cannot. Oh my god. I don't have any coal. Okay, now what? How do we resolve this situation? Alright, well, have a good day at work, or at least a not too terrible day at work. You know, depending on how much you do or do not like your job. My coal, they're not, I'm pretty, here's the problem there, Kuroshi. I'm pretty sure the coal's not at home. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go check. Because we're resetting today. We're definitely resetting today, but, and we're hoping the coal is at home, but I have a suspicion. That it might not be. And I'm really hoping I'm wrong. I think the coal might be in the beach or the dock chest, and that would be terrible. That would just be awful. That would be really no good at all. Let's go check. The problem with... I'll get right back to you on that one, Gloom. One sec here. I'm going to take a quick bathroom break while the ads finish. Alright, we are back. Where am I at? Okay, min-maxing a modded run is like something that could be interesting to do, but would require me to learn a lot of new information. Like, if I were to do, like, say, Stardew Expanded Perfection, there's a lot of, like, stuff I need to know about Expanded that I don't, and so it would be a challenge. Could I see myself doing it? Maybe, for being honest. Mining 5 coal in the time frame is actually really hard, Imperio. It doesn't sound like it is, but it's entirely luck-based, essentially. We either get it in, like, a barrel or something, or we get that incredible, like, 0.5% roll or whatever it is off of breaking a rock. It's actually, like, extremely unlikely we find 5 coal in the time frame. That's the issue. Walking down there to pick it up also sucks, though. So it's like, leaving it there was definitely a mistake. That was a punt. The time frame is I'm trying to get the pickaxe upgrade today. That is a possibility, and it might be the go-to. I haven't decided. There's a few solutions. None of them are ideal, right? So it's like, which subpar scenario is the least bad, given, you know, how things are playing out. I can waste, like, it's an hour and a half, I think, if I pick it up. Alright, buying it from Clint is an extra $7.50. That interferes with buying our other resources. Oh, I don't need to bring the axe with me. Alright. If we can get to Clint's by, like, 3:30, we can do it. No, because he leaves the counter, actually. He leaves the counter at, what, about 5? Yeah, it really depends. I'm gonna attempt the buy from Clint here, and it's gonna depend on how fast we can get down the mines and how much copper. Right, we need to get there by about, I don't know. I think we need to have the ore by about 2, which only gives us like 6 hours. We basically need high RNG. Already losing. Okay, there we go. Oh, we got a dwarf scroll. That's not bad. If we, finish this run. Backpack shirt again. I got 1 coal. Holy shit. We got a coal. This changes everything. No way. And we got a magnet ring? I kind of just want to keep this run no matter what now. Okay, there's the club, which we don't need. One hardwood's not that useful. It's only one, so picking up one of the gems is probably better. We can sell it. Okay, there we go. Yeah, but we gotta get there. That's the thing, so... This is great, though, actually. So, because we got to 10. We got to 10, right? And we have the first coal we need to fire off the furnace. So... This is actually excellent. So now we can go do 11, maybe get to 12, get that coal, right? This is actually looking very good. Very promising. Okay, now we gotta go back up. Because we gotta get the second bar in. Phantom! Going pretty good. Actually, it's going amazing now that since we made it here. We've got the coal. Now we just go back to 10 and we farm ore. So that we definitely have enough. Zalard, thanks for the follow. We might have to take the last one to Clint's, but overall we did it. We have succeeded. Yeah, new save. No, but I figured out a different seed. So like, I'm still curious. At some point, I'm gonna post a message in his Discord, try to find out what's going on, like what was the issue, just out of curiosity. But I've like sort of solved it regardless at this point. So I just did it the slow way. Yeah, so the nice thing about Clint here is that he doesn't leave his desk at 4. So once you're inside, you can, like... You can still get your upgrade. Okay, now I gotta figure out how many... Wait, hold on. How many seeds I have? I forgot to bring any, like, gems to sell, which is unfortunate, but... Need to buy my bean. Okay, so... How many extra parsnips did I harvest? Do we know? I didn't keep track of that. Shit. At least 3. Right? Plus 3 carrots. So parsnips and carrots are both 8 XP. So it's 48. So it's like 3.5 kale. Plus 3 potatoes, right? Potatoes are 14. So 3, that's like 6 kale. I can probably get away with only buying like 10 kale. That's like 700. Okay. So, that means I need 760. I need to get the coal from the beach, though, tonight, too. Okay. And then that leaves me just enough. The reason why we're so careful to, like, spend all of our money is so that we can continue passing out with no penalties. You know? Literally don't need this chest anymore. Hold on. Let's see how fucked we are. I'm gonna take another screenshot. Nope. Oh, we're not gonna get the bait maker. So, I'm gonna, given how good everything else in this run is going, I'm probably going to, like, try to do it without the bait maker and see how that goes. But I'm not looking forward to it. There's a chance. I mean, we'll check it tomorrow, and then we'll, like, probably reset if it's not there. Definitely didn't need to buy the extra iron ore, though, if, like... Like, the thing is, if it's not there tomorrow and we do decide to continue, I feel like every day becomes like, check the beach, no sea urchin, reset. Which is, it's definitely a tedious way to play, which is disappointing, but it's probably correct at that point. But, like, given how good everything else on the run is going, we hit all of the targets. We got the Neptune's Glaive. We got the ring. We got, like, there's... I don't want to give up the run, right? Like, we have... Baitmaker aside, everything else is going fantastic. Plus, you know, finding another seed would be hell. So, you know. We're going to keep going. Even if there's no sea urchin, I'm going to power through and see if I can do it without the baitmaker. If the end of spring and we just, like, too far behind, then I'll give up. But, you know, it's content, right? Shit. I should have prioritized the chest there. Oh shit, there's a bubble right there. Fuck. We don't have a lot of time to, like, utilize it, but it's right there. Okay, so we want to bring back the forage. The river jelly, this. I'm gonna run to the mining chest before we pass out here. Because I got some gems and stuff there I want to grab and sell. I made a mistake and like forgot to bring them with me on my way out, so. Okay, we want the gems and the geodes for selling, right? And the ore can just come with us. The gems. The museum stuff doesn't matter. It can chill for the moment. Yeah, that's good enough. Oh, maybe sell the cave carrot. Yeah. Six coal. Oh my god. Alright, go pass out in the tree. Level 1 farming, let's fucking go. Level 1 mining. Light breeze. Okay, so first things first here. We're gonna go... We're just gonna go check the beach. I'm literally just gonna go look. And I'm gonna reset. Like this is such a tight time frame that I'm a little more open to cheesing at things. You know, normally I don't like to like go walk, check things, then reset. That feels like cheating. But like, obviously we're not gonna go to all the trouble of building the bridge, walking down here, finding out there's no sea urchin, you know? Holy shit. Oh my god. Alright. What a blessed run. What an absolutely blessed run. Yoba smiles upon us. Unfortunately, it's 6 in the morning. I gotta go to bed. So, I'm gonna call it a night, but make sure to tune in tomorrow for the bait maker. If you're new to the stream, I'm on basically every night around midnight Pacific, 3 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. in Europe. Follow me here, join the Discord so you know when I'm on and what's happening. And we'll throw out a raid. Miss Piggy is attempting to do her ridiculous perfection without ever purchasing seeds. This is her second attempt. She gave up on the first one after like 2 years without a tomato. So, let's see how she's doing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.